Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. You are watching diversity in animal kingdom. In the last class, we studied about the need of classification and the different types of classification. Come on children, tell me the first classification based on number of cells. Based on number of cells, the animals are classified into unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular animals or single cellular animals are called protozoa, and the multicellular animals are called metazoans. Okay. Next, based on the complexity, another type of classification has been introduced. Okay. What is the need of classification? Why classification is necessary in the animal kingdom? And all those things we have studied in the brief. Okay. So, in the today's class, more about the classification of animals we are going to discuss. Okay. Are you ready children? Let us proceed. What are protozoa? The animals that are unicellular without any tissue grade. So, here listen carefully children. What are protozoans? Protozoans are unicellular without any tissue grade of organization. Okay, what is a tissue? A tissue means group of cells. Okay. So, these are the animals without any tissue grade of organization, but multiply asexually by binary or multiple fissions or by budding. In some cases, the sexual reproduction by conjugation are regarded as the protozoan. Okay. It is a broad definition. In simple, protozoans are single celled organisms or single celled animals. Okay. Such as amoeba. Okay, if amoeba means immediately it will strike to your mind, isn't it? The word protozoa have been derived from the Greek words protos. Okay, how protozoa term is derived from two Greek words, protos and zoon. Protos means first, zoon which means the animal. First animals are called protozoans. The protozoans are the first group of organized but simplest animals in animal kingdom. Okay. Nearly 30,000 species of unicellular microscopic animals have been included in this phylum. Which phylum? Protozoa. Okay. Protozoa is the phylum which includes 30,000 species of which kind of animals? Unicellular. How they are? Microscopic, we can't see directly with our eyes. The protozoans are the first group of animals that appear on this earth surface. Okay. Primitive animals, first animals which appeared on the earth surface. For example, amoeba, how beautiful it is, see. It is a unicellular animal. Okay. It possesses different parts. You see here, food vacuole, cell membrane, living membrane is present, contractile vacuole. Though it is a unicellular organism, it performs all functions. Okay. Water globules, nucleus, nucleolus, they are eukaryotic. Eukaryotic means well developed nucleus is present. Okay. The total cytoplasm is divided into endoplasm and ectoplasm. Let us proceed. Characteristic features of protozoa. The protozoans are simple and most primitive animals that are included under the phylum protozoa. Protozoa are very minute and microscopic animals. That is, protozoan cannot be observed only through naked eye, but it may be seen with the help of a microscope. However, Foraminifera, it is a group of protozoa, like some examples are given here, that is Globigerina elphidium, Globigerina elphidium, these are the shelled protozoans and are also microscopic. Okay. Protozoa are unicellular animal, that is their body is made up of single cell. In the cell body there is a single nucleus, though some protozoans possess more than one nucleus, they contain other cell organelles. Okay. So there is no development of tissue or organ system. They maintain their all physiological processes only with the help of a single cell. Okay. You can see here the protozoa, example amoeba, it is a single cell organism. Okay. Though it performs various function, there is no tissues, only one cell. This is entire one is one cell only. Okay. It possesses cell membrane, food vacuole, only nucleus. Okay. All the functions are carried out within the cell. Next, characteristic of protozoans, another characteristic, the fourth characteristic feature, protozoa are solitary. Okay. Solitary means live alone, just like amoeba is a solitary animal. Okay. Though in some cases they form colony also, but the individuals of a colony are similar and independent. The protozoa are of various shapes. Some of them are oval or round, some are cylindrical or disc-like, and also may be of irregular shape. Okay, for example, amoeba, if you take, it is irregular in shape. We can't define the shape of amoeba. Okay. It possesses pseudopodia. These are the pseudopodia, the structures which help in the movement or locomotion. Okay. Then it is a unicellular, it is a solitary animal. Solitary means which live independently. Okay. Right. The invertebrates are mainly classified into 8 phyla apart from protozoa. As we studied that based on the number of cells, the animal kingdom is classified into protozoa and metazoa. First, protozoa. Protozoa are the most primitive animals. They are unicellular or single celled animals. Okay. Then next, there is no tissue level organization in the protozoans, but next one is metazoa. Metazoa includes the multicellular organism. It is further divided into 8 phyla. The first one is Porifera. What is Porifera? Porifera is a group of animals. The name itself is indicating porous, means the body containing holes. So those animals which are attached with the substratum in water, multicellular, but without any organ system, only tissue level organization is there, but no organ systems, and possess numerous minute apertures. Apertures means holes or pores. Possess minute apertures with various types of canals. Canals are present in the body and are include in the phylum Protozoa, include in the phylum Porifera. Okay. What are poriferans? Those animals which are multicellular, there is no organ system, they possess minute apertures and they also possess canals in the body. All these characteristic features animals are included in phylum Porifera. Okay. The term porifera is formed by two Latin words. Those are porus ferri. Porus ferri. Porus, which means the aperture. Ferri, which means to bear. Porus plus ferri is equal to pore bearing animals. Poriferans are the pore bearing animals. They possess several apertures on their body. Okay, this is a typical example. Sponge, sycon, SYCON. Okay, it is a poriferan. It possesses an inlet and outlet, ostia and osculum. Okay, we are going to discuss more about the characteristic feature of these poriferans. All these animals, all poriferans are commonly known as sponges. These sponges are aquatic animals. Aquatic means which live in water. Their habitat is water. Their body contains numerous minute apertures or pores. They are all pore bearing animals, and hence the name of the phylum is Porifera. Porus ferra, okay, which possess pores, okay, pore bearing animals, poriferans. The members of the phylum Porifera are considered as parazoa due to the presence of cellular grade of body organization. Okay, pardon, previously I said tissue grade is there in Coelenterata, next group. So here only cellular grade of organization and lack of tissue grade of body pattern observed in these poriferans. Okay, cellular grade of organization. Some characteristic feature of poriferans once again. So these poriferans possess, I said, two, one inlet and outlet. So that is ostia inlet, osculum outlet. Okay. All the species of the phylum Porifera are living in aquatic medium. They are aquatic in nature. Generally they are marine. Okay. And but the animals of the Spongilidae family are living in the sweet or fresh water. Most of them live in the marine water, means sea or ocean, but freshwater sponge, sycon, the Spongilidae is the family that are living in the sweet or fresh water. Okay. Next, poriferan are solitary or colonial. Here also they may be single or live in groups. Adult Porifera sponge are attached with some submerged material on the substratum of water. They cannot move, actually they are stationary, they cannot move from one place to another, but their larval stages can swim in water. Okay, this is one of the characteristic features. There is no movement, they cannot move. Okay. Varieties of sponges are with branches and sub branches, just like the plants. The Porifera possess a canal system, ostia, osculum. These are the three parts in their body. Large number of minute microscopic pores is distributed on the outer surface of the body, and these pores are called ostia. Ostia means there are numerous in number, but osculum is only one. Okay, like this. There are several ostia. They possess minute holes on the surface of the body, but single osculum. On the body and body wall, there are various types of canals in Porifera. that are collectively known as canal systems. Okay, different types of canal systems are present. See, ostia and osculum. The body of the porifera is made up of many cells which are loosely arranged into two layers in the body, and the jelly like mesenchyma is present in between the two layers of cells. Okay. The cells are present, several cells, only cellular organization. In between the cells there is a jelly like substance that is called the mesenchyme. Okay. Two layers, the total cells present in the body forms the two layers. In between the two layers of these cells there is a mesenchyme. Examples: glass rope sponge, it is also called Hylonemma, glass rope sponge, Hylonemma. This is the Bath sponge. Okay. So, that is about the porifera. Okay, you need to remember the pore bearing animals are called poriferans. So, these poriferans, there is no tissue level organization, there is only cellular level organization. Okay. The body possesses a large number of pores, and it is called ostia, osculum, and they possess a canal system. Okay. Several types of canals are present. The next second phylum, the 8 phyla, metazoa is divided into 8 phyla. The first phyla is the porifera, the second one is Cnidaria. What is Cnidaria? In the Cnidarian group, the tissue grade of organization is observed for the first time in the animal kingdom. Okay. So, in poriferans only cellular grade of organization, but okay, how during the evolution, first protozoa, primitive, only one cell, then porifera, number of cells are present, but there is no formation of tissues, cellular level of organization. But in the Cnidarians, the cells combine to form the tissue level of organization is observed for the first time in the animal kingdom. The animals that are sedentary or free swimming, diploblastic, tentacles with nematocysts, presence of tissue grade of organization, but without any organ systems, and a central canal with a single aperture as a mouth are regarded as the members of Cnidarians. Okay. Enteron. So, what are the characteristic features? These animals are sedentary or free swimming. The diploblastic, two layers are present. Tentacles with nematocysts. Cnidarians means this nematocyst they possess, that is why they are called Cnidarians. Okay. The presence of tissue grade of organization, but no organ system grade. Okay. They possess a central canal with a single aperture of as a mouth. It is called enteron, coelenterates, that is why they are also called. So, regarded as members of Cnidarians. So, example here Hydra. Okay, you can see Autrictudum, gastrovascular cavity. So, this is the single opening will be there. Okay. Okay, children, more about this we are going to study in the next session. So, I hope you followed. Please read the book. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.